go. And we're back.
And we are back. Welcome to the Cavalry, everyone.
Welcome to the Cavalry. Thank you so much for joining us. Excited to be here. Johnny, he's coming out of the gates hot. You were texting me, I cannot wait for pre-show banner.
I was gonna text you during the game. So I was at Duncan's Little League game. It was his first one of the season because the first two got rained out. And the coaches on this other team, I wanted to beat the shit out of them.
I feel like this is the Little League experience. Like you're getting the full, that's like half of it is like just parents hating other coaches, other parents, umpires.
This is literally rookie baseball. You can't get any younger, any lower than this. This is most kids' first time. If it's not, they played in the summer because now we're in the fall league or whatever.
Yeah.
And they say that the fall league is like quicker. Like they don't do practice. They didn't have any practices. They met their team on the first game. There's no practices.
Wow.
I thought that was weird. In the summer league, they had a bunch of practices before the first game.
Yeah.
The fall league is like really quick and short, whatever. I don't know. Anyway, so no one knows each other. These kids all, for the most part are terrible. Except, so we get to this. We're doing this game. I took notes. I started taking notes.
Wait. So you're saying that your son showed up to this game. It's his first game with this team.
Yes.
His first
they
time.
handed out the uniforms before the game started.
And they didn't even meet each other? Like they didn't even know?
Right.
Like, this is a brand new team too? So this is his first time meeting his teammates?
Yes.
Oh.
This is all correct.
That's crazy. They didn't have one practice? That is kind of nuts.
My daughter's playing softball. She loves it. There's a girl on her team. I was like, you're up to bat. Come on. You got to get it. And she's like, where do I go?
Oh my God.
Like there are people that like don't even know what baseball is that are on a team.
That's how you turn into one of these like America's Soft or whatever, it's going down the tubes.
Oh.
You have to have one practice. Okay, but go ahead. I don't want to get into
So this other team, I don't know if they had a bunch of practices or what, but they were good.
Yeah, they were
like catching shit, throwing it to the first base. The first base person caught it. Like that just doesn't happen. It's supposed to be you're just sitting there, waiting for the 5-run limit to come up so that you can switch sides.
Yeah, they probably instituted the like, hey everybody, like it's a competitive advantage. They were like, hey, let's not even practice this year. Let's just show up and have fun at the games. And then meanwhile thlike, okay, now we're gonna get practicing every day, and these morons are gonna fall for it.
Half the kids had those stirrup socks that like only professional baseball. That's when I was like, this is fishy. These are not kids that don't know what the hell's going on.
That's right. Like, and then if your kids in like tube socks and shorts,
they're in Hawaiian shorts and tube socks pulled up,
a Boy Scout uniform.
But I was like, all right, whatever, it's a normal game. And then the coaches on the other team are like scolding their own players. They're like, come on, Noah, if I see you watching the ball again, we talked about this. Like, cause he'll like scold the players after they hit the ball. Cause the kids watch to see if it's a foul or where it goes before they start running to first.
Yeah.
The coaches were getting pissed. This was like two coaches on the team, and they would like yell at the kids every time. I'm like, Jesus Christ. And so when the kid, like when you fumble, when the kid overthrows or fumbles, you don't just round the bases. The coaches were like on the third base, go, 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 like sending them home.
See, you texted me. You're like,
oh, that's what I did text you.
Johnny texted me and he said, I'm the third base coach, and they're telling me the etiquette is not to send the runners home on an error. And I'm like, no, you gotta come on, you gotta like. This is it.
That was a different game. That was me. I think that was that my daughter's game? I don't know. But that was when I was the third base coach the first time. And I was like, that's how I knew.
No mercy.
What the etiquette was. These coaches on this game I'm talking about, oh God, brutal. They're like, go, 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 go. Oh my God, I was so pissed. And then our team's up, and the coaches start saying, all right, this kid looks like a hitter. This kid looks like he can hit. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? What about, you didn't say that the last kid was up. You didn't say it when my son was up, you fucking asshole. I couldn't believe it. I was like, Jesus Christ.
This kid looks like a hitter. Like what?
So this is the worst part though. This and I was close. So every team has two coaches, a coach, assistant coach, and then a bunch of dads help out, and I do that. So it's me and another dad in the dugout, and the other team gets 5 runs. And this was like probably the third inning because they hadn't done that the previous innings. And so I said, that's 5, right? What was the score at the beginning of the inning? Oh, yeah. So me and the other dad are like, oh, it's 5. And we're like, hey, coach, that's 5. And they're like, oh, okay, yeah, that's 5. And nobody stopped the game or did anything. And so I came out and I was like, I think that's 5, And they're like, oh, what? Okay, that's 5. Well, it's I thought it was 7. Technically, it's like, and the other coaches are like, on the other team, like, no, technically it's 7, but you know what? For you guys, that's fine. That's fine. We'll do 5. And I'm like, don't fucking pull this shit. I know what? I don't, all season. And so that we switched, like, oh, we'll do it for you. That's fine. It's supposed to be 7. I asked the coach on our team, I was like, it's 5, right? He's like, yes, it's 5. It's always been 5. It is 5. Yes. So then I'm the third base coach, and they're the away team. So I'm standing right in front of their dugout. And these guys, these fucking 2 asshole coaches, like, oh, dude, what is this? 5? Yeah, the rule book. It's 7. Maybe they're doing like, what do you say? Maybe they're playing daddy rules. Maybe that's what this team's doing. They're playing with dad. And I swear to God, I almost turned around and said, hey, fuck you. What the fuck are you talking about? This is a kid's game. You fucking, But how would that have looked? Then it would have been like, oh, the team that's getting their ass kicked. The dad's getting a little too heated.
This is your destiny to go from 1,000% apathetic about any baseball to cursing out. First of all, I like that disparaging remark. Oh, I guess they're playing daddy rules. Yeah, buddy, we're playing daddy rules. And if you don't have a kid on one of these teams, you need to fucking get the hell out of here because it's extra creepy. So what are you doing here if you're not a daddy? You need to go home.
Yeah, no shit. Oh, they're playing kid rules. Hey, why don't you put that MLB rule book away? Because yes, we're playing kid rules. You fucking idiot.
I guarantee you they keep track of their all-time records, like as coaches, not just for that team, but like I know the previous owner, the owner of the comic club where I started, Terry Taylor, he coached Little League, and he didn't have a kid on the team. But same thing, like that age, maybe a little older than that. But basically,
why would you coach a Little League team if you don't have a kid?
Because he thought he was like, I would make a reference here, but you wouldn't get it. But he thought he was like, the Vince Lombardi of Little League coaches. Okay, he thought that he thought he had like a legacy to protect. And he was in this like East Seattle.
Did he have a kid at one point and he was just kept doing it?
Childless. No, it was just an entry level way for him to become, Rick Pitino or whatever. So he goes to us one time and he starts talking about this league, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I'm like 436-12 or something. I'm the all-time winningest." And I was like, well, where is that written down? Like, how do you know it? He's like, well, I keep the. So according to his record book, that no one else.
There's nothing to compare it to, or
the teams he were playing had like dads like you, like they didn't even know there's going to be some psychopath on the other side who. And so one time we went to he was like so proud of this team, so we went to he had a stadium. I mean, they had like a Little League field. He called it a stadium. And he would make us go there and like work it, like mow the grass or help fix the fence, all this stuff. One time we went out to watch a game and there was no umpire. The umpire didn't show up because that's the level we're at. Like,
right, exactly.
It's just a stupid. It's meaning. But then
I could be at one of these games and they could be like, "Hey, will you umpire?"
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. So they asked Jeff, our friend, another comedian, Jeff Dye, to umpire the game. And he doesn't know, he knows baseball, but he's never been an umpire, So he gets back there and he umps the game. And then there's a very controversial play at the end And Jeff is just because it's Terry's. So Jeff just calls it Terry's way, and then the other coach is all pissed off. He's like, I'm like his friend. I mean, I don't know. I'm like, why are you guys yelling at me? You shouldn't have asked me to do this. Of course I'm going to call it for my, he books the comedy club. What do you think? I'm stupid? I don't know you. You think I care about fairness in this stupid arbitrary thing?
That's hilarious.
But oh my gosh, it's just so those guys, people are psychopaths, and it's like a cliche, but the idea of like living out your past or living through these kids or aspiring to greatness as a little league coach, it's very
sad.
It's
sad, and I should be the biggest to realize, oh, this is sad. These people, this coach is living whatever. But that's not enough for me. I need him to know that I know that he's a little man.
Yeah.
Oh my God, he's like, I don't know why he was trying to make small talk with me. He's talking at third base. He's like, all right, guys, where's the plays it first or third, getting like, okay, we got kids that don't know what to do when they're up to bat, and you're fucking pulling this shit. Oh my God. He's like, all right, come on, Jacob. Come on, Whale, get it to first. And then he like taps me. He's like, a kid, smallest kid on the team, but I trust him with the ball more than anyone else. Kid's got an arm. I'm like, oh, okay. What the fuck are you I don't give a shit. That's my son over there. I don't know anyone else. What the fuck are you talking about?
Oh yeah. I didn't do a scouting report because I'm not a psychopath.
After every game last season and all my daughter's games this season, this is what they do in the league, the West Madison Little League. At the end of it, because of COVID, they line up along the foul line or whatever, the baseline, and they all take off their hats and say, hey, good game, Green, or good game, A1 Plumbing, or whatever the hell the team is. And this is the first game. My son's team's all lined up. And the other coaches, no, come on, we're doing high fives. And did the old school, line them up. We're all touching each other, high-fiving as we walk. And I'm just like, really?
I knew it.
Why you got it? Really? Of course.
Yeah.
You would be that guy.
The vaccine hesitance you played.
Yep. Oh, my God.
The ivermectins. That is hilarious. It's just fun. It's actually kind of nice for me to know that those stereotypes are still, you know what I mean? Like you think like something gets played out or doesn't. It still exists, The world goes on. There's still the psycho little league dads and coaches and it would get ready though. As long as they're in sports, I mean, this is just going to it gets worse and worse and worse because then it gets to the point where people will like right now you could probably tell that guy like, hey, this is ridiculous. These are like these kids. They have no idea what you're just and they'd probably go, oh yeah, I know. I get caught up. But if you get to like junior high or high school, they're like, no, it's not ridiculous. This is real. My kid's going pro. What do you mean ridiculous? Maybe it's ridiculous for your kid, but if it's not, then that's the scary zone when they will actually fight you.
Yeah. Oh my God. It would have been a better story. I can't even tell you how close I was. I was just thinking about having to tell Aaron when I get home, I can't go to the games anymore. I told one of the team's coaches to go fuck himself. And that would be so inconvenient for our family.
We've got to come up with like a more subtle way for you to vent your frustration to these guys.
I mean, if I'm not going to pull out my phone while I'm third base coaching, but if I'm in the dugout, that's what I do. I just text you. I'll be like, I'll just text you.
Maybe you take it the other way. Like, even though you're getting killed, you still like act embarrassed for them when their guys get out. Like, so if the little kid makes an out or something, woof, yikes.
Yikes.
Coach him up, coach.
You said you would trust the ball with?
Woo! A little sloppy, eh? Guess we have something to work on in practice. And he's like, we're beating you 40-0. Yeah, but it's not going to be 41 if you keep playing like that. Just get really cocky, because it doesn't matter. It's so stupid. It doesn't matter. But
oh my God, I'm like tempted to just look up that team, find out their roster, and just go to the games
That's
until
what you
they
should do.
lose. Until they lose.
You should go to their games when that your kid's not playing. So just go to their games from now on. Even skip your son's games to go to their games. Like, oh no, I gotta go heckle some kids, buddy.
Yeah.
All right, I'll buy you ice cream after, I promise. But Daddy's
make it
got
up
a
to you.
big night of heckling ahead of him. You're gonna start canceling comedy shows and stuff. Like, no. I got some road dates coming up.
Yeah.
Boo!
Easy out.
Yeah.
Easy out.
Yeah. Oh, I remember that from Little League because I stunk at Little League, and when people would move in, yeah, that's very insulting. And then
How
they
old were you? Like when you would play that and that would happen, how old would you be?
Well, I never made it really. So like coach pitch. So whatever. I don't like before 5th grade. I guess maybe before like 4th grade. I can't remember when I started because I remember I switched from baseball to track because I stunk at baseball so bad.
Yeah.
But and I never made it to like kid pitch where the kids are actually the ones.
Did
pitching.
you get it? You got on base?
If they're the coach, yeah, sometimes.
Oh,
But I told that story before where I struck out in coach pitch, and I started crying, and my dad was like, "Hey, even Ken Griffey Jr. strikes out sometimes," and I go, "Yeah, but not when the coach is pitching to him."
Yeah, not when his coach.
Yeah, not during batting practice.
It's funny.
But anyway, well, I feel for you because, like I said, it's only gonna get worse. I think.
I think we're gonna see. I mean, it's possible we will play this team again.
Oh, this is like the movie, because then you guys lose to them like 50-0, and they're all cocky, but then you guys rally together, learn the game,
and we pull a Rudy,
scrappy, and then you guys get to the championship and you play them again, and this time,
we embarrass them.
Yeah. This time you get in a big fight.
Yeah.
Well,
we'll see what happens.
That's what happens.
I'll keep our listeners updated, and I'll keep you updated.
I'm on the edge of my seat, man.
Exciting.
I want to know. Do you wait? So this is Phoebe and not Phoebe? Yeah, is she in softball at the same time?
Yeah, Edie.
That's right, Edie.
So Duncan played in the fall, and Edie's playing. So now they're both playing. Edie's playing softball. Duncan's playing baseball.
Are there any psycho softball coaches or parents, or is that like a different?
No, not really.
A little more mellow.
Softball, I think. Yeah, no, it's. I mean, a lot of the kids on her team don't know what the hell's going on. Yeah.
It is funny, like, because everyone plays, and then eventually kids will get sorted, like they'll go, this isn't for me. The kid who's out there digging a hole, he's not going to, finally they'll let him quit. Like, because my parents were like that too. They're like, oh, you made a commitment, you got to see it. You got to see it through all the way. I remember I played like Pee-wee football, like in 6th grade. And I liked high school football, but I wasn't ready for it in 6th grade. And so I wanted to quit every day. I told them, I was like, I think I want to quit,
Yeah.
They're like, no, you made a commitment to your teammates. Okay, so you got to go. And I would just stand there. And
no, Mom, Dad, they want me to quit too.
Everybody wants me to quit. And I would wait. I remember waiting for the car because then we'd get carpooled to practice. So I'd stand on the corner of my street.
Yeah.
With these 4 other kids waiting for the car. And I used to be like, maybe they got in an accident and they won't come. maybe she's not going to show up. But they always did. But then then I'm like, they wouldn't let me quit. I played the whole season. It sucked. It never got better. And then turns out like football gives kids brain injuries. So maybe you should have let me quit.
Right.
Mom.
Take that, Karen.
Take that, Karen. Real Karen move to give your kids CTE.
It's weird that now I know who I'm talking to when I say, take that, Karen.
Yeah, I know. It's personal.
Yeah.
Put a name to the face to the whatever.
Sports.
Sports. I know it's a sports podcast. What I've always wanted.
Who'd have thought?
I know. Well,
You have any pre-show? Anything exciting happened this week?
oh, not really. I will tell one anecdote. I guess I went to. I was working in Medford. The long. I feel like I talk about it all the time. It finally happened, and it was like awful. It's like the COVID capital of the country right now. And then I go, so it's like really like it is like one of the hot spots. So I was like totally isolating, not eating inside, like staying away from people as much as I could. And then, but the feature and I wanted to go to Buffalo Wild Wings for lunch, get some wings. Sounded good, you know. And they had an outdoor seating area. They had a patio. We looked it up ahead of time. So we go, but there was no one eating. It was very hot in Medford. It was a little smoky from the wildfires in California. And so we go and we're like, hey, there was no one eating outside. We're like, hey, can we eat outside? And the hostess is like, yeah, you know what? Yeah, you can eat outside. So she walks us out there and sits us down. And then she comes back and she's like, you know what? Actually, I guess you guys can't be seated out here. This is what she said. She goes, my manager says it's a health hazard for us to be working outside.
What?
And I just laughed in her face. I was like, you know, there's a pandemic, right? Like, there's a health hazard. So the health hazard is to eat outside because of like a little bit of wildfire smoke. So smoke we believe in, just not the virus.
I see. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot you mentioned the smoke. I was like, what the hell is that? Like,
no, I looked at my phone and the
COVID.
smoke was unhealthy for sensitive groups. So it wasn't like horrible. It was like not great. It's probably like the same as like the smog in Los Angeles or whatever. But it's just hilarious to me that they were like, no, it's unhealthy for our servers to have to go outside.
Yeah.
They better stay in here with all these unvaxxed Southern Oregon morons watching preseason football. But
we also don't want them to use hand sanitizer just because we heard there's contamination in the hand sanitizer.
Right.
So we're not letting our staff use hand sanitizer.
The soap can be a hazard because if you wash your hands too much, it really can give you dry hands. So we're not going to put our servers through. Ask them to carry all those plates with dry, chapped hands.
Right.
Okay. So they're going to just not wash their hands from now on.
Yeah.
It's a health hazard.
Right.
B-dubs. And you know what we did? We were like, okay, then we're out of here. We're going to take our business out of here. And we went across the way to some pizza brewery type situation, outdoor patio. They were happy to serve us out there. It's called Kaleidoscope. So if you're ever in Medford, go to Kaleidoscope Pizza. But then the boycott did not last long because after the show, takeout from Buffalo Wild Wings.
Did you disguise your voice so they would know you were?
Yeah. I was praying there'd be a shift change. They're like, oh, your resolve didn't last too long. Like, we're getting these to go. All right. We're principled. Yeah. Do you like Buffalo Wild Wings? Or are you out?
I was just going to say, I do like them a lot, but you know what my favorite wings are? I don't know if I told this story on. This is one of the most awkward things that has ever happened. Anyways, my favorite wings are Hooters wings. You've had Hooters wings.
Yes, I have. I don't think they're as good as Buffalo Wild Wings, but
well, Buffalo Wild Wings are smaller. The Hooters ones are like you get the whole breaded big like.
Yeah, but that's mostly like the bread. Yeah, I don't know.
I like them. So anyway,
sure. That stupid joke. Yeah, you go for the wings. It's like I've met Johnny. He goes for the wings. Trust me.
He goes for the hot dogs. Believe it or not.
It's like this gorgeous waitress. Get out of the way! I'm trying to look at the menu.
That's what I would do. Like on the road, I would get carry out Hooters because I don't want to sit. It's just uncomfortable. It's
right.
Like
I know.
It's weird. And so one time I went and I had to wait because you just go to the bar to pick up your stuff, and they're like, "Oh, it's not ready yet. You want something to drink?" I'm like, "No, I'm good. I'll just wait." So I'm standing there. It's dead. I mean, this is after the late show, so it's like late. It's dead. There's just waitresses standing around doing nothing. This waitress walks up in front of me. There's nobody else even around, and she's like talking to herself, and she's like, "Oh man, I'm bored. I wonder. I never learned how to hula hoop." She just takes a hula hoop and just starts hula hooping in front of me, and I'm just like acting like I'm watching the game on the TV harder than I've ever watched anything. I'm just like, what the hell is this like? Is she trying to
What?
flirt with me? This is the most. It was the most uncomfortable. She's like playing that dumb. Oh, look at this! I don't know how to hula hoop, and I'm like, I can't even pretend you're doing this for someone else because there's no one else here. So I'm just gonna pretend I'm like deaf and can only see that TV.
Oh my God.
It was,
What happened?
what happened? Nothing. She just kept doing it until my wings were ready. She just kept being, "Oh my God, I almost had it. Ah, whoa, 1, 2, 3, oh," and I'm just like,
That's so oh man.
I don't know if a manager was like, "Oh, that guy, go get a go,
That guy. Get him
try to get him to get a drink or to just do something." I don't know.
It's so weird too because like I mean I understand the idea of Hooters it's so obvious, right? Like if you're going to eat wings and watch the game and drink beer anywhere, they're like, "Oh, we'll hire these women and make them dress scantily." And then why wouldn't you choose that? It's why would Buffalo Wild? And by the way, it is a pretty big upset that Buffalo Wild Wings has seemingly toppled Hooters as like the number one sports bar. They were just like, it actually speaks to how unhorny America is because it's like they were like, Hooters has all the same cable, they have all the same TVs. You're saying their wings are actually better. I disagree, but whatever.
Okay.
So they're at least comparable. They have all the same beers, but guys were just like, yeah, you know what? The tits and the ass, it just gets in the way. I want to watch the game. I want the wings. I just like competent service. I don't want hula hoops. I don't, it actually gives me faith.
I think a lot of that is because I mean they put on that act where they're like, "Oh, so what do you guys do?" It's just like, I don't want to talk to.
Yeah.
At least at a strip club, you just
right. The cards are on the table.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Whatever.
Yeah. So, anyway, yeah, man. It just occurred to me what a big upset it is. Maybe it's at Buffalo Wild Wings you can bring your kids and people feel weird like bringing their family to Hooters. Maybe that's it. Buffalo Wild Wings more of a family atmosphere, but who knows?
I think I had an uncle that took my cousin
his
there.
Kids to Hooters.
Yeah.
Well, they have hula hoops. It's pretty kid friendly.
Family place.
Yeah. All right. Buddy, should we get into it?
Let's get into it. Oh, before we do start, I'll let you know how it goes next week, but I am running my first half marathon this weekend on my anniversary.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is a half marathon one where you actually run the distance before you do it, or is that like where you just build up to it?
I think you're supposed to just build up to. You're supposed to do long ones, but I think the longest I did was a half of a half marathon.
Oh, okay. Well,
but yeah, my sister's coming up.
You're gonna crush it. You're good at this running thing.
We'll see. We'll see if it's hot like it's been all week. It's been freaking really hot.
Oh, really?
90, and so that's gonna really.
Are you gonna do that? Are they gonna have like the Gatorade cups and you can run by and do that thing where you throw them on your face and stuff?
Face. Yeah, well, they better. It's that hot. Holy crap!
I've been doing this workout class. I'm trying to get in shape like you, but long way to go. But I've been doing this workout class, and they it's like I think I talked about this before, but
Yeah.
I specifically did not want CrossFit, right?
Yeah.
So this one, it's not really CrossFit, but then I keep describing it to people, and they're like, "That sounds kind of like CrossFit," but it's just so humiliating. They make us, we do it in the parking lot, which is bad enough because people can drive by and see you doing these
Yeah.
exercises, which I'm a little self-conscious about. But then also, you have to like go. Sometimes they make us go around the block, like carrying a weight or something, or like
Oh yeah.
run down there and come back. So now you're just in the neighborhood. And
Is
there's,
it around where you live, or is it like?
yeah, no, it is not
Oh.
far from where I live at all, and
Oh.
it's just a nice neighborhood with houses, and it's just very. And then poor people are trying to walk their dog, and I'm like carrying a medicine
Carrying a
ball, and
weight.
sweating, and they're like, "Jesus Christ, are you okay?" I'm like, "Oh, get out of my way! I'm gonna die."
It's for my CrossFit knockoff class.
It's not a CrossFit, but it's seems like it. So
Yeah.
anyway. But okay, that's exciting. We'll see if Johnny lives or dies.
Yes.
And I'm trying to think if there's anything else to get to before we get to the.
I'm stalling. I'm extending our pre-show banter because of the quality of my topic.
Oh, okay, that's what it is. Dang, I had something I wanted to like update us on. I can't. Oh, I texted you this, but I had another person, a booker, pay me on PayPal.
$16. That's significant.
Yeah, well, it was because it was the weekend check, so it was ended up whatever percentage wise. So they paid me on PayPal and did not hit the friends and family option. I mean, it's just inexcusable at this point. And then she sent the $16 later because I complained about it very loudly.
Right.
And now I feel kind of. Then I'm like, well, she got ripped off now from PayPal. It just makes me angry all the way around.
Right.
Just if you're sending money online, there's so many ways to send money online for free now. I mean, it's just there's limitless possibilities. Just look into it for a second.
You know what would have been funny?
Shame on you, PayPal, for continuing to
know.
trick these poor old comedy
Honest-
bookers
Yeah.
who are not savvy and used to mailing checks.
It would have been funny if so she sends you the 16, but she sends that not friends and family, and you got to be like, hey, listen, I only got like $14.50, and she just has to keep, and they just keep taking a cut.
It's like the nuclear clock or what. It just keeps getting smaller and smaller, and I keep bitching. What number won't Andrew bitch about? Yeah, it was a quarter of a cent on that last one. But oh boy! All right, well this is it, buddy.
All right, do you want me to go first?
I can go. I can go first.
Okay.
I can go first. Here's what I need backup on. This is kind of a controversial one, so
Ooh.
it'll be a good one to start off with, I guess. But so have you and Aaron ever had the conversation like I mean, I think everyone's who's secure in their relationship can have this conversation, but like what would you do if I cheated on you? Or what would you do? Would you stay or would you be like done no matter what, one screw up? Have you ever had that conversation?
Yeah.
Yeah. How does it usually go?
I don't know if I'd even call it a conversation. That makes it sound less light than it was when we
that's what I mean. It is pretty light. It was light with me and Heidi too. We joke about it.
I mean, it's the generic, well, I would hope that I would hope that we could get through it and blah blah blah.
Well, I had an epiphany because I used to not say that. I used to say, "Hey, I'm out."
That's what's in my head. Yeah, and I know in my head. Yeah, I'm fucking out the door. Forget that.
Here's why we're wrong. That's the wrong answer, and it just hit me the other day. You should absolutely stick with the person who cheats on you, at least the first time. I don't know. I'm not here to say what happens the second time, but the first time, it's 100% the right move to stay with the person.
Oh, this is interesting.
And you want to know why?
Yes.
Because you're gonna win every argument for going forward for the rest, as long as you stay together.
On paper, yes.
What do you mean on paper? Let's play it out. Let's role play. If you go, hey, you've been going out with your buddies too much. Yeah, well, you banged my banged one of my
That's
old
what I
buddies. I
mean.
can't go out with him anymore.
Yeah.
Then it's like over. Then it's like, and then you get to win the argument every time.
That's like, yes, in a Simpsons episode, yes, that's how it would play out. In real life, that girl, the second or third time you pull that trump card, the girl or the cheater would be like, fuck it, fuck you, I'm done, I'm out of here. You can't do that. Yes, I cheated, I'm sorry, but you're gonna bring that up every fucking time. Forget it. And then
But then
over.
you're just right where. So then you had the time. You at least you had the 2 wins, and then you're right where you would have been anyway, where you broke up.
No, because you got left. You got cheated on and then
so
left.
It's worse because.
You hear about Sad Sack Andrew? Yeah. You cheated on, begged her to stay, and then she left him.
He left him because he kept trying to win insane arguments with the fact that he got cheated on. But it's not just even arguments. Like, you get that whole period where they're being like really nice. And this is man or woman. Like, if you were a man who cheated on your wife, you'd have to be really nice to them for the first part. You know, you'd have to do flowers and, you know, like special dates all the time and really going over the top to make it up to him. You don't want to leave. If you are like convinced you're going to leave, right? You don't want to leave right away. At least give me that. You want to at least live the portion of the relationship where they're just like on their groveling. Like, you really get to revel in that, you know? You have to enjoy that because you got cheated on. It sucks, right?
Yeah.
So at least revel in the spoils that you get from that, you know? And and then if you're gonna leave, when it wears off, if you want to leave, fine.
Yeah. Have you ever been cheated on?
Not that I know of. No.
See, I have. She told me, this was a ex a long time ago. She told me
that I waded into some complicated waters. I was like, surely I can bring. I don't know for a fact, but I was like, surely I can bring this up with Johnny and Aaron, my good wholesome friends from the Midwest.
Yeah, no, we're not. Yeah. Yes, that's everything is great. Everything is great at home. No, but this was an ex. She told me, because I would live in LA over the summers between semesters, and then she told me like after the fact, she was like, yeah, blah blah blah. It was like weighing on her conscience or whatever, and we didn't break up, and I am mad at myself now because it's not like, there was no baggage. I just felt pot committed because we'd been together for so long before that. I was like, all right.
So you're saying you got nothing though? You didn't notice an uptick in her, like, sort of how nice she was to you, or the thing, like, after she told you that, she was just sort of like, whew, good to get that off my chest. And then like everything went back to normal.
She like told me, it was like sobbing, and for some reason I'm the one consoling her because she's like having such a hard time. I'm like, oh my God, that's not. And then from then on, there was just always in my head. It was like, I am with someone. Of course this will happen again. Why would I'd be an idiot to not assume this is or expect this to happen again?
Well, that really dampens my theory.
Yes, it does.
Your real life evidence, because I like to imagine that a normal person but I guess if you're the type of person who cheats on someone, maybe you aren't like in the spirit to make it up to them, afterward. And also like maybe it was different with her because it had happened so long ago. She's like, it's like to her, it's like that was the old me. The new me, I have nothing to apologize for.
Right. Yeah,
Well, that sucks.
No, that's great. It's great that it happened.
So you're backing me up.
I'm assuming. No, I'm not backing you up. I'm assuming that this ex isn't a listener, but I'll tell you this. When we broke up, because I broke up with her just because, I knew
she didn't make the bed.
She what?
She wouldn't make the bed. It'd just be hilarious if you broke up with her with the most trivial. Yeah, she chewed weird. Oh yeah, she cheated on me with lots of guys. That didn't bother me so much, but You should have seen how dirty her car was all the time. I can't be with someone with a dirty car.
I don't want to see that every day. No, but we did this thing where we took a break. We're like, all right, the reason I broke up with her because it was like, I wanted to be a comedian and she wanted to move to some, small town and not have me on the road. And I was like, well, I'm wasting your time. Anyway, but so we took maybe I told this story. Maybe I told you, but we were like, all right, let's take a week off. Let's just take a break. We're going to take a break from each other. And so we did. And I thought it was fucking great. I mean, it was just nice. It was nice to just not have to deal with a relationship and just fucking do whatever I want, not report to anyone, not tell anyone what I did all day, all this shit. And then we talk a week or two later, whatever it was. I say luckily, just in the instance, it's a good thing that she went first, saying how she feels it went, because she was like, "Oh my God, that was awful. It was so hard," and I was just like, "Oh, I know, it was so tough." So we just,
that was your chance to top her. You like,
I know,
best week of my life.
I didn't.
Played so many video games. Oh my God.
Oh my God, we should do that again, right? We should do it again starting now.
You want to just go one on, one off, kind of like a weird work schedule or something? I don't know. To give it a shot. Let's just pretend I'm in the Army, like I'm in the National Guard, and they call me in for 6 weeks every couple weeks.
But really, I'm just playing Spider-Man 2 on PlayStation.
That's a good one. That is hilarious. And also, that's actually interesting too, because it's like, you got to be careful with the break theory, because I guess the idea of like going on a break, you're like, what would life be like if we broke up, and let's see if it's better or worse, right?
Yeah.
But for just a really short amount of time, I feel like even the healthiest relationships, you could go, oh, that was actually really nice to have some time to myself. You might be tricked, because then if it was like 4 months of that, you might get really, really lonely and want to kill yourself, Yeah. So you got to, I think the break has to be longer than a week, I guess is what I'm saying, to really know if it's, a bad relationship or not.
No.
Well,
I wish I could back you up.
Oh, for one.
And on paper I can. I get it. I feel like that's
just
on
like
Everyone Loves Raymond. That's what would happen.
Yeah. I just like to imagine, but I guess, that's actually good to know. It's good to have that real life information. It informs me now more, like, maybe you should just get out of there.
Cut your losses.
Cut your losses. Okay, Johnny. Well, maybe I can back you up. Let's see. Let's find out.
All right. Oh boy. Now I'm more self-conscious.
Oh wait. Ironically, Heidi is going to be thrilled that there was a topic you couldn't back me up on.
What is this? That's not the first time.
No, I know.
I
but
mean, that's a hard no though. That's I can't.
Yeah, you did not.
Yeah.
Even bend your principles at all. So, see, the show works.
Yeah.
The format works.
All right, so here's my topic.
Okay.
It's not quite as heavy.
That's okay.
So I think. So my theory, movies are for the weekend. TV shows are for during the week.
Well, this has been our last episode of the Cavalry. We are officially out of things to say. Thanks everybody for listening, and good night. No, this is actually better than.
I think we have. The sad thing is, I think we've talked about this before.
Oh God, that's possible.
But because Aaron is. I thought of this. I was actually excited about this topic. I was like, oh, thank God. I don't have to use one of my B ones. And then as it came out, I was like, oh, boy.
No,
Hot off the heels of a different
it's
topic.
actually good. It's a good take, actually. But what I want to say is that the way you said it, it sounds like a little kid talking about, peepees are for boys and vaginas are for girls.
Right.
But okay,
Right.
but go ahead.
So, okay, during the week, if you want to watch a movie, all right, we can turn this into, we're pretending it's a midweek sleepover or whatever, and we're having fun, and it's a special. But on the weekend, you want to put on your, little big lie. What is it? Big liars
Big
or
Little
liars?
Lies.
Yeah, Big Little Lies and fucking. Whatever show, the murder documentary. I don't know. It's the weekend. Let's watch a movie. Let's start a story and see it through,
Yeah.
And that's my theory. And I get pushback. Some people don't.
Well, yeah, I could see that because like some people might go, "Oh my gosh, like the kids are at their grandma's or the kids are at their friends, and it's Saturday and we've got nothing to do all day. Let's binge The Sopranos or something, know." But you're saying no, like the weekend, it's you're getting the popcorn, you're recreating
The weekend night.
Yeah, the nighttime, the evening. It's like we're at home watching a movie, and you watch the bum, 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 bum,
exactly.
the whole thing, and you see the credits and the whole deal.
Yeah,
I can get behind that. The only exception, what about Sunday night? Sunday night is a TV night.
That could be that's a TV night because
that's like the HBO shows always do the new one on Sundays. Yeah. Football. I mean, I know it's not big, but yeah. So I feel like Sunday night's TV night, but then like Friday night, Saturday night, it's movie time. I love it.
Yeah,
I'll back you up.
Yeah, take that, Heidi. Back on track.
We're back.
We're back. Back to boring.
What? So is it? But have you ever relented? Have you ever had to give in and go Friday night? We're watching.
Yeah. Oh yeah. All the time because she'll be like, I can't. I'm not. I work with She can't. She knows she won't be able to last a movie, and so instead,
I feel that. But we've gotten into. We're basically. It's funny that you say, "Will you last a movie?" Because like, we go in knowing we're not making it through. We basically watch movies in like thirds now. We watched God, what's this Hitchcock one? Not Rear Window, Vertigo. You ever seen Vertigo? Jimmy Stewart. It's like an old Alfred Hitchcock movie.
I took a Hitchcock class in college, and that's when I saw it.
Okay. Do you remember it at all? Or, I don't know. It's It's a weird movie, and then watching it like when you start, we watched like probably half of. Actually, that one I think we watched half and then finished it.
Mm-hmm.
And you forget where what's going on, and then I fall asleep anyway during part of it, and Heidi's got to tell me what happened. And by the end of it, you're like, this movie's stupid. That doesn't make any sense. This genius Hitchcock, poor guy, some guy 50 years after his death is like, that guy, what a stupid movie, and I barely watched it.
Right. You watch it in chunks.
Yeah. Just the way he intended.
That was like my brother Scott. We saw one of the second James Bond with the newest guy. What's his name? Daniel Craig.
Yeah.
And Scott took like a fucking 40-minute shit in the middle of the movie, and then his big complaint was it just didn't make sense.
Now that I think we have talked about on the show before. I have a theory about the James Bond movie. Maybe I said this too. Who knows? All the Daniel Craig James Bonds, if you take them all, I can't tell you anything that happened in any of them. I don't know who the bad guys are. I don't know what's going on. They're so complicated for like a James Bond type movie. It's like very convoluted. I still don't know if he ever won or if he ever beat anybody or if they, you know what I mean? Or if they all got away. I have no idea what happened in any of those James Bond movies.
You know what? I've never seen a James Bond movie besides the Daniel Craig ones.
Oh, they're so much better, in my opinion.
Are the Pierce Brosnan ones good?
The first Pierce Brosnan one is amazing.
Oh, okay.
He drives.
Because the trailers look great.
Yeah, the first Pierce Brosnan one, and it's so classic. You're like, oh, this guy is his friend. No, it turns out he's the bad guy, and then they fight at the end, and he kills him, and it's over. It's like Yeah, that's the way. That now I know we won. He shot
Well, I
him.
guess I don't need to watch that one. So is there
Yeah.
another?
Spoiler alert. James Bond comes out on top. He also bangs the hot actress in the. Don't want to give anything away, but.
Well, I didn't know his best friend's the bad guy.
Oh well, yeah.
It doesn't
he is.
matter.
But yeah, the Goldeneye. That's a great one. Yeah, and then the video.
Goldeneye,
game's fun.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but as far as your point with the Daniel Craig ones, I know he plays poker in Casino Royale one.
Yeah. What's going on there? Why are they playing poker so? I still couldn't tell you.
Yeah, I don't know.
So
They have a different vibe though. I feel like the other ones are more tongue in cheek, and the James Bond one or the Daniel Craig ones are more like fucking cool, sexy guy, dark, gritty movie.
I know, but then it's like then that
Am
could
I
be
wrong?
any movie. Yeah, you're right. You're right. And the old ones are the Sean. I finally watched one of the Sean Connery ones on a plane one time,
Yeah.
and I think it was Goldfinger. It was like one of the most famous ones, and it's hilarious.
Is it
It's
supposed to be?
No, I don't know, but it's just so funny. I mean, he's great, and it's like entertaining. But like they really do have a character named Pussy Galore. Like that's actually one of the characters' names. And then you're like, were they trying? Did they think this was stupid? Or like they have the Odd Job guy, and he can kill you by throwing his hat at you.
Yeah.
It's so dumb. But then like, I don't know if they're trying to make it dumb or. But at least I understand what's going on.
That's hilarious.
But anyway, but no, I'm gonna back you up. I'm gonna say Friday, Saturday night. I'm gonna, you know what? I'm gonna try to institute that. I've kind of been on a movie thing anyway because because we will watch a movie in the middle of the week. But
yeah, see, I'm not anti that. That's great.
Yeah.
It's just,
okay, good.
it
Well,
just
especially when
doesn't
you're only
make
watching
sense.
half of one. I mean, you might as
Yeah.
well. It's basically like watching Big Little Lies because that's just like 5 little movies that you have to put all together.
Right. Do you guys have a show that you put on where you're like, oh, we are falling asleep? Let's just put on, for us, it's The Office or Veep. Where
Yeah.
it's like, all right, we'll be asleep within 20 minutes. Just put that on.
No, ours are like worse because those are good shows. We
Mhm.
put on like just like dog shit HGTV or
Oh,
Escape to the Country. Oh my god. There's this channel called Dobble. I don't know if other people get it. It's DABL and it's on we have this YouTube TV. So I don't know if anybody else gets this channel. But all the commercials are for like nursing home toilet seats and like, leaf guard gutters. It's like such an old person channel. The My Pillow guy is on there all the time, it's like geared straight at like 90-year-olds,
yeah.
And so we put that channel on because they have it's great. They got Murder, She Wrote. They got Escape to the Country, which is just it's an old show in England, and these two people it's like House Hunters, but for like British people, and like most of the time they don't even end up buying it. They're just like, we decided that none of these houses worked. It's a very realistic version of House Hunters, So we watch that.
Okay, that's where you go to sleep too.
Yeah, but I don't know. I usually fall asleep during the stuff we're actually trying to watch, and then I get in trouble. So once I get in that chair, it's nap time. I don't know how I'm ever gonna. Have you had late shows since like shows that start after 10?
I had a 10:30 show in Tucson.
Oh, were you just dragging ass? But you stay up late anyway, right?
Yeah, I stay up pretty late.
Oh,
I mean, I'll stay up till like if I'm not working, like I'm during the week, I'll stay up till 12:30 or 1, just
oh my god,
doing shit.
But then you get up, and then you get up at like.
Oh, well, and I got to get up at I'll get up at 3 and let the fucking puppy, our new puppy out. I got to take the dog out, and he starts yipping, and then like 6:30, I'll take him. But yeah, so Erin just started work, so now I have to get up at like 7. She was pretty good about letting me sleep in, but
So you just don't sleep. I mean, you sleep like you just don't sleep a lot.
I just don't sleep well.
Yeah.
I love sleeping.
Well. All right, man. Oh, it's my
That's
turn.
good. We'll do one topic each is good. for
Do you
for
think?
this.
I got a quick one to sneak us out.
Okay, yeah,
here
yeah. If you got
want.
one.
I forgot when we started, so I don't know how long we've been going. Okay, this one's so stupid.
Okay.
You ready for it?
Oh, I'm ready. I'm eager.
I think you're gonna back me up too. Nobody actually likes pepper.
Pepper, like what you put on eggs?
Yeah, like salt and pepper.
Yeah, people like
Pepper-
salt, but pepper.
Pepper only exists to make you feel less gross about just putting salt. Like if you only use salt on your like, let's say you get eggs, right? You're like, oh, these eggs need salt. You'll put salt and pepper on them, right? You don't give a shit about the pepper. If the pepper
Well-
wasn't there, it wouldn't bother you. You're only doing both because you're like, I want to look like a real diner human being.
Maybe you forgot who you're talking to, but I only add salt.
So you
don't-
feel no societal pressure to like even fake a few peppers on there?
No, because I almost never put salt on. And then I kind of, when I was an adult, someone was like, oh, this needs salt. And then I was like, oh, yeah, I guess that's where flavor comes from. So I added salt, but no one ever explained to me what the fuck pepper does and just puts black dots on it.
Right. But I'm such a sheep. I'm a sheeple.
Well, obviously I'm backing you up since I don't even.
No, I know. I
do
love it. I love it. But I feel I actually am pressured, even in my own home sometimes, because in my own home, I put pepper on things, and then as I'm doing it, I'm like, I can see it coming out, and then I'm like, is it coming out? And it's like, I don't even care. It's just the act of doing both makes me feel healthier or something. It's like, it's not just that I'm gross and I like a bunch of salt all over my food.
Right.
I also like pepper. I like flavors from all over, I like all the flavors, but it's all charade is what I'm saying. And they have pepper. They give them equal standing everywhere.
Yeah.
Every
Yeah.
table. Salt and pepper, right? But it's like stupid because
But
it's
they're
like
obviously not filling the pepper as
no.
quickly.
Like
as
if you
the
went to a
salt.
restaurant and they only had pepper on the tables, there'd be like riot. People would be like, "No, where's salt? I need salt." Right?
No.
But if you did the reverse, you get very few people going, "Hey, where's the pepper?"
Yeah.
And if they did,
Okay.
it's only. I mean, I can't even really tell you. Like, I like lots of flavors. I like, hot pepper flakes. I like, basil and oregano, and I like all that stuff. Right?
Yeah.
Tarragon. I really do. I like all these. Any spice or herb you can come up with. Pepper is like nothing. Like it's hard for me to even describe it.
Well, that's what I was going to ask you. Like, I don't even know what its purpose is. Is it supposed to? Does it add flavor? Is it healthy?
I mean, it's like a weird sort of like. What's funny is because it's black and white. It literally is like the black and white of flavors. Like it is just so. I can't even. I guess peppery is the only way you could describe it.
Oh, why didn't you say that? There we go. It's
No.
peppery.
Well,
Yeah, no, I don't put it
Pepper's
on. Sometimes
bullshit.
I won't even think to put it on. Like I don't. It's not even a person. It's not even a.
I do it
specific-
just
oh,
because they're like you see at restaurants or whatever they come around with the big pepper thing
Yeah.
like, oh, would you like some pepper? And I go, yeah, of course. I mean,
yeah, I'm not
me.
a Neanderthal.
Who doesn't love a big pepper salad? And then they start, you're like, okay, that's good. You don't even care if any came out or not, And put some pepper in your soup? Yeah, go for it. I'm not going to fucking taste it. But yeah, let's just keep up the
Sir,
show.
you need to calm down. I'm trying to help.
You don't have to have it. No, God, put some on there. Why not?
I'm not gonna fucking taste it. Go ahead, you fucking asshole. Okay.
Yeah.
Careful.
Well,
at
it's like
table
fresh
13.
ground pepper. Like there's a difference. It all
Yeah.
tastes like nothing.
I will sometimes put it on if I'm like making Erin breakfast in bed or like making a big batch for everyone so that she sees the black dots. So
Yeah.
so she thinks, oh, he knows how to cook. He's using spices.
Yeah. No, I swear the look of it. Because I'll do it like if I'm making like salmon or something. I'll salt and pepper on the. Because then it looks like it's been seasoned,
Yeah, you can't see the salt.
Nobody gives a shit about the pepper.
Yeah.
No one's like, oh, this needs pepper. No one's ever said that.
Yeah.
Like they
think
say
you're
that
right.
about salt.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, I'll back you up, of course, for sure. That was
Well,
an easy one.
I'm glad I got to that. I was worried that important subject would go ignored. All right, that's it.
All right, that's good. That was good. That was
That's
good.
good. That was good, Cavalry. That
What
was
a
good,
great episode of the Cavalry.
The Cavalry. Thanks everybody for listening. Remember, hey, let's leave some reviews. We haven't had some reviews in a while, so don't forget about those reviews. I know we've been pushing the Patreon, and we like you guys signing up
Yeah.
for the Patreon. That's good, but let's not forget about the reviews. Okay, we're working
That
hard.
is key.
We expect you to, do your part.
Yeah, isn't that what helps you in the algorithm get bumped up on recommendations? Like they'll push our thing in front of other people if we get reviews.
Yeah, I think that's right. And I also love how you said that like it was like we were doing like a PSA in the 90s. Hey, Andrew, isn't it true that when you do those reviews? Yeah, Johnny. Actually, the more reviews you leave,
Even though I'm sincerely asking because I don't know.
just how Johnny talks. Yeah, no, that is true. So yeah, leave some reviews. Let's
Yeah, make sure
Take
they're
it.
5-star. 5-star.
5-star, yeah, 5-star reviews. And that's it. That's all I got. I'll be in let's see, what day is it? Oh, I'll be in Richland, Washington, in the
Ooh.
Tri-Cities, September 24th, 25th. So if you have friends in that area, send them my way. And I'm recording my album October 16th at Alberta.
Oh, the day after my birthday. That's a lucky day.
Ooh, yeah, we'll be celebrating Johnny's birthday, October
Nice.
16th. He won't be there, but we'll
Nope.
we'll do something for him. And then Alberta Street Pub in Portland.
Nice.
My
All right,
hometown.
September 24th, I'll be at Park City, Utah, doing a corporate gig. So if you work for that company,
Whoa.
come to the show. I don't know what
was
the name
just
of the
in-
company is.
Yeah, I went to Park City. It's fun. You'll have fun, dude. It's very fun.
Nice. That's it.
That's
That's
it.
all I got.
All right. Thank you, everybody, for listening to
To the Cavalry.